All right, we're live. It's alive. I just had to yawn right when we went alive. That's crazy, bro. By the way, I upgraded the operating system to 26 and
Oh, did you?
0.2.
I saw the update this morning.
You know, the UI is like they're trying to do rounded corners and shit. I don't know. But the
Modernizing.
machine isn't slower, so
That's always my worry is that it's gonna start getting slower. The more fluff they add to stuff.
okay. So, um, what we're gonna do today? I waited for today. Oh, didn't I save this prompt? Hold on. Yeah, I did. Okay. What we're going to do today on the show, people can see this if that's there, can't they?
No.
You don't think they can see that? Right there.
Are we switched on to the right screen?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to switch over now. No.
There we are.
Yeah,
Cool.
people see us, right?
Yeah, people see us.
Actually, maybe that's not a bad thing.
But it's not the overlay that you were seeing. That's just our little normal picture that we have.
Oh, I see. Oh, it disappeared anyway. Okay, that's fine. I don't know, bro. This thing confuses me sometimes. Okay, so how should one follow along? Just grab a cup of coffee, put your feet up, sit back, and
Yeah.
see where we're at.
It kind of changes like every day that we do the show. We kind of do something a little different. So
Okay. So today, I wanted to get Klein working locally
okay.
with Kronk. There's a couple reasons I want to do this. I think.
Put it up. Put it up here so they can see it.
Oh, nobody sees it. What am I doing? Thank you. I want to get Klein working with inside of VS Code with Kronk. Florin's been using Klein with Kronk for a little bit, though. He Klein has the ability to leverage their cloud servers to hit like real models, and we've been looking at pricing between AMP and stuff. So there's a bunch of reasons. One, Klein now seems to be the most popular agent to run locally like this.
Okay.
And a lot of big companies are using it. So it's not tied to one given company or one given company's models like Claude Code, let's say, and all that. Okay. They already have the integration here, and we got to figure out how to get it to connect to a running Kronk server. I'm at a point now where there's a lot of work still to do with Kronk, and I'm going to do that. By the way, I'm going to be in Brussels in a couple of weeks. In FOSDEM, I'm going to be talking at, what is the event? I don't think I have it listed here somewhere. I have to bring it up. I'm going to be talking at, this isn't going to go up on the screen, right? Nobody can see this. Good. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Damn it. I can't. Oh, it will be here, of course. Let me see. I'll be talking at, damn, dude. I wasn't prepared for this. I'm a bad man. Anyway, I'll find it later. I can't find it right now because that was a lie. Okay, whatever. The AI plumbing group is going to have an event in FOSDEM. I don't know. FOSDEM AI plumbing group. I don't know. There's a meetup or something. I'm not going to find it. Let's see. I applied to talk here at FOSDEM, but I didn't get in. But they liked the idea of talking about Kronk. So they invited me to maybe this is it. No, I don't know. I can't find it, dude. I'm failing miserably right now. I'll look for it again later. I'm going to publish it online anyway. Finally today, I think I can finally sort of do that. But they have a meetup on the Monday, and it's not showing up. So yeah. And I had the link for it at some point, but I don't have it now. Okay, I have a link somewhere, but not important at this point. I've wasted too much time. See, can they see that? That's what I'm wondering.
No.
Okay, so we're going to use Klein because Florence said use Klein. A lot of companies are using it. It lets you connect to your own models. So companies that are running their own models, like locally, because they don't want their code and everything to go out the door, they're sort of using Klein. Plus, if I start using Klein locally, we're going to get 3 benefits. One, I'm going to be able to test Kronk a lot more, make sure it's working.
Okay.
2, I'm going to save money because if I can do stuff with the local model before, and if it doesn't work, then I'll switch and pay some money.
Yeah.
And 3, I want to be able to work on an airplane, right?
That is pretty cool.
So with Klein and Kronk and your local model, you could actually work on the airplane. You don't need Wi-Fi to do anything, right?
That's nice.
Technically. Now, one of the things I do to help with not needing Wi-Fi is some of the third-party packages I'm using, like Yzma, like Ganja, I clone on my local machine.
Okay.
So the source code is always available locally to the agent. They don't have to worry about going up to GitHub for things. I just have to remember to always do like a git pull every once in a while to make sure the latest code is local. But one of the strategies is to just sort of clone the important repos that you're working with and have them like locally on disk, which in Go isn't that hard to do. I probably should do the same thing for the Llama CPP project and have that local too, because we're referencing it all the time.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna need to look into Klein. I briefly installed it to try and like mess with it, getting it working with PG, but I never really ended up using it. That'll be cool.
I think I found the link. Ah, there it is right there. Ah, I hate this background they put on here though. But I'm going to be talking at Fringe. That's the Monday after FOSDEM.
Where is that?
This is in Brussels, bro.
Where's
So I'll be in Brussels. I'm leaving the 29th. And then there's a really cool, if you're going to be in Brussels, then
Belgium.
You also want to register for, is this it right here? You want to register for this event too. Ron's going to put something up in the air. I don't know what it is. He showed me some pictures and I can't make any heads or tails of it. But this is another cool event that if you're going to be in Brussels for FOSDEM, this is on the Friday. I think the 30th is a Friday. So anyway, can't watch that. I'll have a seizure.
the background coming at you.
No,
like
I it's one of those things that like sounded good on paper and then
it's like too busy.
Okay, so we're gonna figure out how to get Klein to talk to Kronk. I've never done it before. We're gonna struggle through that. Now, I've had some worries.
Okay.
You see, you need a coding model for all this to work. Now, this model, the Qwen 3 model, is not a bad model. This is a model that Florin's been using, okay? And I have it installed. And last night, a new model came out.
Okay.
Called this Flash 47, GLL Flash 47, and Unsloth within 24 hours produced a GGUF version of it. Now, everybody's now for the next week, we'll be talking about this model. However, I can't get this model to work with Kronk because this template that they have is really different. And I got of course, Max is going to start barking. I got my AI agent with AMP to give me a new version of this, but even the new version's not working with thinking tags and tooling tags. and I've already spent like $7 trying to create a new version of this template to sort of work with the local model, right? So like we reproduce this sort of, I guess they call this XML or something. I don't know. I got it finally talking to me, but it's not doing tool calling. It's not doing that. I'm going to go back and still play with this. However, something really interesting happened while fighting to get this model working. See, I've had problems with this model and this model using tool calling.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it wouldn't format the tags properly.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So Quen always works. But what's been worrying me about using Klein is that this is what you saw me doing before the show started.
Yep.
I'm going to use the Quen 3 coder, which is supposed to be pretty good, 30 billion. So there's been a bug where if I say hello model, it comes back, and then I have a weather tool here, and I say, what is the weather in New York City? It doesn't put the thinking tag in. It starts with function. Now I was going to hack Cronk to start parsing toolings at the function tag, but I feel really dirty doing that. Now, here's something crazy. In trying to get the new model templates working, we had to make some code changes to the prompt code under model prompts. We have code here that does a bunch of filtering and stuff to get those prompts that we have, even the ones we fix, to sort of work. At some point in changing some of this code here, that started working really consistently.
Of getting the tool tags or tool.
Yes. Oh, there we go. No more. So that's what tends to happen here. Now, I did add to this example code, which is another thing I'm going to have to work on, I guess. And it's another sort of rabbit hole to go down. Although it wouldn't, yeah, it was this. To add like a system prompt at the beginning that say never forget to start a tool call with tool calls.
Oh, okay.
But this is the first time I've seen it misbehave here. But this is what's happening with this model. Okay, like you see there's no tool call tags at all.
Yeah, so sometimes it's like omitting them and then just the code isn't handling that.
No, and so, but whatever these last changes were that we made, now it worked, right? It means the tags were there. It's actually behaving a little bit better. And I don't know why, because the changes that we made for this was to handle this sort of toChasen thing, which I don't think the other prompts deal with. Something to do with this to-go simple type that was false and now it's true. But for whatever reason, this little bit of code created a little bit more consistency. GGUF is just a format for writing the model to disk. It's just a format, just like Docker has formats for writing images and everybody's got a PDF as a format. It's just a format that Llama CPP knows how to read. So everybody tends to go out there and create a GGUF version of the models for Llama CPP.
Okay, because when they normally come out, they don't just come out as a GGUF.
Whatever format these models. So what's nice about Unsloth, this group here, is that they are usually one of the first to take the models that are out there. I think Llama CPP has a tool for some of this.
Okay.
But they'll run the tooling and then create GGUF versions. So that's why you see me using a lot of Unsloth models. They do a really good job of, and normally their templates are pretty good, though right now the template for this is in some weird, it's in some weird different sort of format.
And the template will change for like every model.
Yeah,
They'll
so
make their own.
that's why I had to create this project here where I have to go and sort of fix the templates in order to work, right? But this sort of Python language thing, the package that I'm using, the Ganja package, knows how to read this pretty well. And then I usually have to tweak it. And so we store it here.
Yeah.
So the model now, if you look at this, it's in XML, right? It's not really in, oh, I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
It's like in some weird.
But this version of the template, so here's a version that I asked the AI agent to fix, but I'm not getting think tags and I'm not getting, it's pretty bad, right? So look, I go to disk here. This is the, oh no, I got to bring this over here. Hold on. So this is the template on disk that will read if I go to that model, right? This is one that's, at least right now what's happening is, oh, I'm here. If I switch over to use, dude, I'm really bummed that just happened because it's been working much more consistency on the tool calling. My problem is that when the model wants to make a tool call, if that doesn't come back as a proper tool call, it's not going to work.
Yeah, but it's the model doing it because
it's the model
one call to the
misbehaving.
next.
And that model has a history of doing it, unfortunately. But look, if I switch to this model, which I want to switch to because I was hoping the tool calling would be better. Okay, you can see something here. So
this is the new, okay, yeah. The new.
But this is using the template fix that I have. So right now I think it's downloading. I don't have logging at that moment there, but so this is the version of the template that we're using, which is the one that I fixed, right? It's the same one here. Right, but this is the one on actual disk. See cronk templates.
Yeah.
So I can say hello model, but you could see that's reasoning content, right? And then because it's not putting the think tags in.
Yeah, it's just treating it all as the response, even though the response is right.
Right.
Those last.
And then if
2
I
lines.
say, what is the weather in New York City? I'm not getting it because there's no tags, right? And then, so here's the original sort of thing, right? So let's say I just took this just for fun. I need to be in this side here. And I just replace that, right? I didn't try doing it without this. I don't know what that soppy thing is, but let's say I just did that.
Okay.
Okay. And I know it's all on one line, whatever. Now this thing's not going to work at all because my package doesn't know how to use this thing and parse it. So
it kind of sucks that they change it for every model. It would be nice if there was like a standardized.
See, there's nothing standard anywhere. Now this group just came out and they want to try to standardize the responses API. But OpenAI already has published one. So what? Now we got to implement 2 because the tools.
Yeah.
So watch, this is going to just break, right? And so now it's breaking, right? It's saying, hey, I'm unable to sort of process thing, right? We have this, we have this, we have this, invalid call to filter, wrong signature, unexpected keyword, all this, right?
Yeah.
So I spent like a half an hour before we came on trying to change that other code, the prompt code, but I started feeling like I was getting this massive consistency in that version of the prompt code, and I didn't want to like touch it.
Yeah.
Right. But this is the problem now. So now essentially what I have to do when this starts happening, okay, is the following. Just so everybody kind of sees what I'm doing, right? So, right, getting this error when processing the following template, right? So I take this, stick it in here, There's the template. That way I tell it to change that, right?
Yep.
Then I come in here and I'll give it the error. And then it's going to start going to town, right? So now it's going to look at the template. It's going to look at my code that processes these things. I want it to work with that file directly because that's the file that we're going to be messing with.
Yep.
See, there's a second occurrence, the toCall section. One of the other things I might need to do, I tell it to download like the templates. I'm going to tell it not to do that just in case it's changing something. I don't know. I don't think it is. That's why I've had the file up, you know, just to see. But I just spend a tiny bit more money here. So approve. I want you to make changes to this thing. So now it made some changes to just the template, right?
Okay.
Okay. So fix both the occurrence to toJSON, ensure ASCII is false, toJSON. The Go doesn't support the keyword argument. But it didn't make any changes to prompt just now. Okay. But these are changes that we went with. So now I go to now I come back here. And this is what I do every time I try a new model and the template breaks. And normally 1 or 2 changes and it's working perfectly.
Yeah.
And then I add the template file to the catalog system and we bind it to the model because now in the catalog, I say, if you're using this, work with this template file.
Gotcha.
And if it's on disk, it will bring it in, right? So now we're doing this. This is going to break again. Watch. Oh,
Boom.
that's even worse. I've never gotten.
Whoa.
That's even worse. Whoa. That's even worse, man. Like, that's never happened. I wonder if this is a bigger bug.
Found pointer to free option.
This is like super low level. Hold on. Like, that's bad. That's never happened before. I didn't want to add logging there because it interferes with the chat app. Okay. I have no idea what happened before, right? So I know what this problem is, right? So watch. Now I'm going to say, okay, we got this error. And it's going to, the problem is now that this map I have that's doing it is a string any map. And the template, for some reason, has values in there that aren't a string. I don't know why that is. See? So the issue with items for dicts when iterating over items in the template, unexported fields, right? So I've been sort of through all of this. I've gone through this again. So even though we're doing it now, starting from. Okay, so it's now made. Where did I start with this? Okay, now we got this error, right? So now it's making changes to the code, which scares me.
Yeah, because it's working for other models. So why?
Okay. So now I know this isn't going to work either. Been down this path. I've been down this road already. And we're going to end up right where we were, which is I can't use this model. Okay, now this is going to be the any problem. And I'll tell it. You know what? I think this has to do with the map.
Map string 191.
Yeah, something like this, right?
Yeah.
With the map being and not in the
And that hasn't been an issue with the other models because
no,
they all have
being
strings.
so please check. So please check that, and if that is true, just tell me. Don't do anything just yet.
I see how they added the ads there.
I turned that on because it's $10 of free.
Oh wow. But it's pretty subtle. I mean, it doesn't get in your way.
But sometimes it changes and it catches my eye, and I'm like,
It's the chat.
Whatever, it's an ad, right? See, what I want to do is change the template so more than change the code, right?
Adjust the template. Yeah. If it's working with the other models, then it can't, the code is. Huh.
All right, now it's doing a larger sort of review again. Okay.
Yeah.
See, because I've been here already, right? So now see, so why is this template, right? Causing this situation. Like what? Why is this? Yeah, so like this is a template issue, right? Like what's in this template? It's causing.
Okay, let's compare.
Items on TC arguments. Other templates call items on tool parameters. Properties, tool definition comes from the request, which are plain. But TC arguments comes from assistant messages or tool calls. These are tool call arguments.
Wraps inside, it doesn't recognize it.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Okay, are we able to use items on tool in this GLM or template?
TC.argument.
Those come from parsed tool call response structs where arguments is typed as tool call arguments.
The TC.arguments is your code, right? It's not from the template?
I think it's from the template. Oh. Ah, it is mine.
This happens in a
But this is when it's coming back. Like this is me returning it back to you. Like this is response stuff. So I don't think this is in play here, but
Before passing.
I have a like, no, like some of this, yeah, but this is like when it comes back. So, okay, this happens in apply ninja where, okay, this fix should convert to call arguments to plain map string any before.
Playing too long.
What line of code is this happening in first? First, tell me what is happening in, right? Just want to see this. So this is it's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, it's but it is it where I'm parsing it? See, this is where I'm confused because everything seems to be template driven, but then
inside ganja, whatever.
prompts go line 34. Expects messages to be a slice D, which is a map string.
Generic document.
But when JSON is unmarshaled into a generic mesh string, the array becomes a slice of any, not a slice of D, and nested objects become right. Is actually any when the template iterates over true calls. Okay. The fix should be to convert all tool call arguments to plain
before passing template.
This is where I clone the messages. Because I don't want to mutate the original input. So this is the input document. This is what you're looking at here is this.
Okay, got it.
Now remember, we attached tools to this, right? So that's what we're looking at. And I clone it because we've got to make changes to this thing in order for this to work.
Okay.
So let's just say this. Okay, yes. Okay. I want you to implement the fix. Okay, let's just see what it does.
Yeah.
Problem is now I've got to, by noon, we're going to stop this again, and we're going to go to the other thing.
Okay. So you're cloning the messages, and then that's what's getting sent to the template.
The template processing.
Okay.
The problem is that when there's media in here, I have to replace some of that with this media marker. I have to make changes to the message. So when you say add an image and it's a JPEG and it's this, or you passing in the base 64, I got to extract the base 64 data out to process that as an image. And then I put the media marker in its place.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay. Because I can't keep the image data there. I have to actually convert that into binary data. So there's changes that have to be made to the input. But if I don't clone it, when that call comes back, your input could be different.
Okay.
And that doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
But it's really, all of it is really around placing media markers in there. So the Llama CPP API goes, oh, binary media marker bop in whatever weird processing it does.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It added a new function.
we added a deep normalize function that nests all that. I don't know. Let's see.
And it has a switch case in it.
Okay. It just made these changes.
Huh.
Now let's just try it. We're going to have to try it with all the models is the problem.
Yeah, because it could fix this one and then break all the other ones.
I mean, that's why like it starts to get scary when you've got things working for like all these models and now this model's coming in. And remember now I've got multiple changes going on. I got this change and we got
that too.
That there, right? Okay. So like what a surprise, right?
Yeah.
So that change didn't really fix this because it's still a string any problem, right? So now I'll say, okay, we still have this error, right? And then it's going to go, okay, I'm going to have to now. So it didn't really do what it said it was going to do and somehow normalize everything to a string any, which is what a D is because you always have a key value pair. It doesn't make sense for the key to be any when it's a key value pair, right?
Okay.
So now what happens at this point in the engineering is I've got to decide what code to keep, what code not to keep, even if we get it working at some level.
Exactly.
Like, was this necessary?
Yeah, was
anymore?
it necessary to make it actually work? Like,
yes. And that's what happens. Like, if you get lucky enough. And so this code is just really complicated, this template processing, right?
Yeah. Iterates.
And I'm going to spend all this time and money, and I'm going to get right back to where I was, which was I can't somehow change the template to work. And like, there's a part of my brain that says, again, I don't know enough. So now it's going to do some debugging, right?
Yeah.
Fine. But there's a part of my brain that says, why don't I just like try this template
and just take
on
it,
this model,
put it in there,
see what happens? Because why not? Like, I don't know enough to say that wouldn't work, right? And I haven't ever tried that, to be honest with you.
Because the template is like tailored for how each model is sort of like
programmed,
built. Yeah. Okay.
Right. At some level. So, all right, let's just give this another 10 minutes.
But you're still able to change the template, or you can't really change it.
I can do whatever I want to it, but it still has to be within a. So it wanted to see that, right? Okay. Again, all this code changes in prompts, right?
Yeah.
So we're adding.
It's taking away some debug.
All right, let's see.
Let's see what it does now.
But this is the part that sucks. Every time I want to play with a new model, I'm like, okay.
You have to go through this loop again.
And usually it's very quick and it's fine. Like the GPT one was quick, but you have to do it. So does Olama.
Yeah.
They convert everything to like Go templates somehow. Okay,
Same.
so actually it's a little different, right? Because now it's the next level. Now we got reflect value interface. So I'm about to like but I just spent money on this code. And now I'm always like, do I keep this code? Does it still work with the other ones? Do I want to get rid of this code? Do I need it?
Yeah, now you kind of go
Right.
through that loop.
And then I go through that.
And that's another set of questions too.
Yeah. That's a whole nother set of questions, right?
Okay.
And so now I like, do I trust this code? Now I got to run it with all the other models. Do I get the same consistency? Like this is the hardest sort of part of the whole thing, really.
Yeah, like is it worth
This unknown.
doing that much?
But yeah, like so at this point, I'm just, I'm just spinning my wheels at this point and spending money, and I don't know, right? Should I be fixing the template instead of sort of what I'm doing here, right?
So what happens running like a different template?
It may not even go through any of this, but that's a great question, right? Let's go back to our tried and true model for a second. This one is just solid, right? This one's just solid, right? It just works. What is the weather in New York City? This just always works. It's just super solid, right?
Yep.
And then I've seen this one flake out, though I like the GPT OSS model. It has in the past flaked out. And it's always like this test seems to be a good one, where I say, hello model. And then I say, what is the weather in New York City? And then see, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And how about San Francisco, California? That's beautiful, right? I could potentially use this model for the coding agent if it's behaving like that's a beautiful thing. And I'm getting some better consistency there. This is the one that for sure never gives me my consistency, the level I want it, right? So hello model. Now the chances of this working is slim to none. What is the weather in New York City? Now that was cool.
Okay.
And in San Francisco.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Now London, England. How about the weather in London, England? Okay, that's amazing. I've never had that work. Like now I don't want to touch the prompt code because I've never seen it work that well, right?
Yeah, this is the same one that just did the error in the beginning.
Right. So just hello model. Like I'm saving this code here, right?
Yeah, it's working.
How about in South Bend, Indiana? Like, dude,
Yeah,
like wherever we are right now with this code, right? I'm gonna keep. So let's just do this because I like to keep this one. Something weird's going on with this. I used to be able to keep all that, and it wants to separate it.
Yeah.
It's like you got to keep the one you want on the top, something. But let's just keep this for a second. And the one difference I have with this, right? Now, let me try this. Remember that code I showed you for the system here.
Yeah.
If it's that model, which I don't mind having to put that in a system prompt, honestly, but
Try it without that now.
yeah.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is right. But when I did this now with these template changes, and by the way, I put this in the template for this model too. I have a model template for coder. And
I thought I saw it up there. System. Oh, no.
no, but there is like a message. You must use this exact format, right? But right now, if I do that, so that's something I'm going to have to do when we start playing with this. So that brings up, how do I, in the server, sort of add the system prompt? Now, maybe the client will let me do that, right?
Working.
But that's working much better now with that first message.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting.
So it makes me feel more comfortable using this model if I do that, right? If I do that. Now this model becomes, I feel much more comfortable using it, right?
Yeah.
And the changes that we now have in prompt, which there's a lot, we've got now a deep normalization. We've got the deep normalization function, which I don't like where it is. We're going to have to move it.
But is there...
Then you got the model. So you know me, right? I want those methods first. So if I'm going to keep this function, oh, there's two of them here.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep these two functions. Oops, let's say. And I rather put them down here, right? All right. So I save that. And we know this is working still, right? So I could have kept this in my editor just to have it there, right? So now what I can do, prompt changes that are working. Like everything's working pretty good.
Yep.
And the GPT model's working pretty good, actually. It's a good coding model too, I think.
Yeah, because for Klein, you need the coding model to
I
do
need a
what you
coding
want to
model,
do.
right?
Yeah.
So now if we come back and go back to Flash, all right. And we run this now. We're back to the same sort of problem, but I have a checkpoint at least for that existing code, right? And I commented out that other code, which we got to put back, but okay. So we do one more chance here, right? One more chance. So this is when I go back and I say, should we be changing the template at this point instead?
That's where my mind wants to go because it's working for all the other models. So why?
Again, but this model's using a completely different sort of language for some reason.
Yeah.
Right?
I love how it says found it. Access.
Now, I have the ability to push code into Ganja, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So I have this project like local.
Yeah, so you can.
I could technically make changes to it and push it up. But there's a part of me that
I would rather rewrite the template. But... Okay, so it chose on its own.
remind me to do that later.
Yeah.
So I must have unforked it. So this is something I can go back to later, right? Fork the ganja again, and we could try it again. But ideally,
It made.
if I could fix the template, right, that's always going to be the best. So let's just, let's, I don't know. Let's just try this. This is the last attempt, and then I have to either decide we can't use this model or not. But like, you know, it's scary to be making, but I don't mind these changes per se, right? Because they're a little safer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're now back to where we were, right? We don't get reasoning tags, and we don't get tooling tag. Now, let's just give it this one right here.
Yeah.
This is the last one. It's 1151, and we're going to go back and get client installed, and maybe we'll play with the GPT model to start.
Yeah, just to get it sort of
'Cause
working.
I feel like it's working. Now, this to me makes sense when I see things like this, right?
Strip method has a different signature than Python's. Okay.
Because these are like Python scripts. So
Yeah.
like it makes sense that you have to sort of convert them over. But again, I'm not seeing the tags. So it's just not going to matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, no tags.
Again, like we're kind of back to where we were, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing I can do at this point just see what changes we made here. Yeah. So at this point, you know, I don't know what the right sort of answer is, because the model's just not producing. It could be very much that the model's just not producing think tags either, right? And I'm wasting just a tremendous amount of time here. But we'll have to leave it to that at this point. And I'm just going to have to save sort of these links. I always like to keep it on Quen,
Yeah.
just because it works so good for people. Now, one thing I can do is I like this. I'm going to copy the link for this one, and I created a threads.
Oh, okay.
I'll just call this prompt processing.
That's nice. That's helpful.
And just getting yeah, and we'll talk about the Flash. See if we can make those changes at some point, right?
Do you think it could be something with like Ganja just not having support for this model yet?
It could be anything from the model just really not behaving to us having to make those changes to where were those last messages, right? Where
Yeah, it was somewhere up. Yeah, I think it was before that. Yeah. There.
yeah, right. So this right here, right?
Yeah.
So I can look for that, right? So, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll put another PR in and see if it will work. But at this point, I have to like move on
Yeah, you
from
can't get
this,
stuck on that.
right? So let me save this. Let me save this, and we know that we have to use this if we're going to use the instruct.
And you commented out that template download code.
Yeah, let me put that back in now. Okay, so let me save these changes. Just saving changes for new model. Or what was the name of the model again? The GLS Flash, which pain in the ass. So something I'll add an issue for maybe and go back to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And in the meantime, I'll come back here. No, come back here. Just save these changes. Latest template changes. So, you know, this just sucks, right? Just not working no matter what I do. And I've spent a lot of money today on it. Okay. So let's maybe say that we'll play with the GPT OSS first with Klein. Under KMS, I have thing. Now, the nice thing about this model is I get a really large context window. So maybe we'll play with this, but we need to add that system prompt. And there's optimizations you can do with system prompts, but I'm sure Klein will let us sort of put that in at least to start. Okay. Now, I've never set up Klein before. So we need to do a couple things. Let me at least make cronk server. Let's do a couple things first. Let's get the server up and running. It's up and running. Let's clear all these tabs because I don't know how people keep so many open.
I am one of those people. I have 30 open all the time.
Here's cronk, and let's just make sure that the model we're going to use, which is our coder here, I have to add. Okay, so let's just do this for consistency, at least with our chat. Now, I can't push a system message, right, with my little chat tool. I don't have that support just yet, but that's okay. It's loading the model up.
Yep.
but I can at least do it as a user for now. Okay. Yeah, didn't even do that right.
Yeah.
It is. Now, I don't have tooling here, actually, so I can't even test tooling here, right? But write a small hello world. Oh, write a hello world. Okay, how about write a small, I don't think it knows Flappy Bird program using any graphics engine you like.
In Pygame.
So this is working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's Klein. I want to use this local thingamajig, right? So I have no idea what any of this stuff is, but I want to use my own server.
So those are models. Okay.
So there's got to be a place here.
Browser terminal. Maybe up top, like up there where the no MCP.
I would think it would be here under models, right?
What is the plus up there next to MCP?
View web, view provider instance, not in the flag.
Okay.
All right, so it's not obvious, obviously, how to configure this for our own.
Maybe the advanced down there, that little advanced provider routing.
All right, so we're gonna have to ask some questions to somebody. Let's start here.
I'll run local model.
See, we ran out of context here, but I don't think we're using. Oh, the Quen coder doesn't have. That's my other problem. Oh no, should have been bigger. Anyway, deal with that later. Okay. How do I tell Klein in VS Code to use a local model server? Sorry.
Use.
Sorry, it appears that there's been an internal error with Google.
Interesting.
So is Google down now?
Klein, I got it here. Klein open settings. Okay, so Klein settings. Select API provider from the drop-down menu. And you should be able to choose anybody from there.
But I don't want to use anybody. I want to use my own. Oh, I think there's an OpenAI compatible one, maybe.
OpenAI. But then it has an API.
I don't need the key. How do I point it to?
So you need to make your own.
Orange using, OpenAI compatible. Look.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the base URL, I'm assuming is just going to be HTTP localhost 8080. I don't need a key. And the model ID we're going to use is this.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Max.
That's the other thing I wanted to play with
Max.
this was the temperature. Like maybe this maybe this is not good for tool calling. But let me ask AMP a quick question. Okay. are good settings when using a coding model with tool calling to get the most sort of consistent behavior? I forgot this morning. I was thinking about this. Maybe these numbers are too
The temperature might be too,
wild, right?
because temperature was the closer it is to 1 is the more like exact it has to be, right?
Yeah. So
I think that's all.
what I'm interested in is, let's say I did this for a second. I want to try the coding model again, which is the first one, right? I'm just curious if this changes any of the behavior that we're seeing, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Example chat.
Higher equals more creative.
Yeah.
Lower equals more factual. Okay.
Like maybe I have to make sure that these numbers are super low. Hello model. What is the weather in New York City and in San Francisco, California? Okay, now let me get rid of this, right?
Okay.
Is the weather in New York City? Damn it.
Nope.
No change, right? So didn't matter. But at least I know. It was something I did want to test today. Okay, let's go back to Klein.
Base URL.
Let's just keep everything the same, but just point it to there, right?
Yep.
Let's see what happens. Done.
And then, oh, it says it down there.
Let's
OpenAI
see.
compatible, Qwen 3 coder.
Hello model. Okay, so
Oh, the key.
let's see what happens. It hit the server, right? It's running. It's probably loading.
Message OpenAI API key or is required.
Selected cache. No, I don't think it hit I don't think it hit it.
I don't think so, because it's saying that it needs a key. But oh, read.
Okay, so I don't really need a key because I don't use a key. So on this, where are those settings here? I mean, I don't need a key for this, but whatever. Hello model. Okay, so it doesn't want to. Let's kill this. Hello model. Okay, this is good. I got a request came in.
No. Chat completions. Close chat.
Oh, it didn't use V1. Okay.
In the
Yeah.
when it did the request. Okay.
So maybe I need to say V1 here.
Huh?
Now it's working. And it's loading at first, so that's fine.
Yep. The first question.
Shouldn't be thinking this long though.
Prompt token.
This doesn't feel right.
It does say normal expectation 10 to 30 seconds for model warm up.
No, but this is like, no, this is broken. Okay. It's almost like the server's broken here on, damn it.
I hear your fan kicking
Yeah.
on.
But like we're stuck here, batch engine status slot started. All right, we're gonna have to put some debugging in here, figure
Okay.
out what it's doing, because this doesn't make any sense. We just ran it using my regular UI, right?
What if we, because they're using their own prompts,
I know we're gonna have to log the prompts that they're using here.
there's an option to use a compact one that reduces it by like 90%.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, how do you do that?
It is, hold on, I just had it here. Enable in the client configuration. Use
Did it come back here? There's a lot of context already there.
I saw something that said prompt 19,000.
This call, whatever it is taking a long time. Yeah.
Use compact prompts, essential for local inference. So settings, I think advanced maybe. Oh, there.
I'm definitely, whatever this is, I'd love to sort of log. Okay, let's start over. Let's just double check something again. Right. Core encoder. Hello model. So super fast.
Okay.
I see this. Okay.
It says gear, the gear icon, and then features. Navigate to the features section. And then compact prompt.
Auto compact.
No. Should be compact prompts. Use compact prompt. Native to
Enable checkpoints. Medium enable auto compact. I don't know what that is.
features. Use compact prompt. Unless it's only if you're using Olama that you can do it.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't even matter. It should be able to handle
No.
this, right? Or like what I have is useless. So, and I know that Florin's been using this. So
Yeah, it just says to navigate to the features tab and it should be there.
okay. I just ran a really quick hello model against it. So maybe we'll add some logging to see what they're sending, because
Yeah.
I feel like I could try a different model. Let's just try this again. And then I'll add some logging. Whatever it is, I mean, there's 17,000 prompt tokens, but this code here, batch go 358, not handling it, but whatever it is, model batch go 358. This is where we
Batching.
but we're past this call already. So I don't know. Okay, why don't we do the following? We can do some logging here. I have the D. I know what we're trying to process here. I can print the D right here. And the prompt that we're going to use, but let's start with the D. Print line. Just curious. Yeah, I mean, whatever this is, we're definitely not handling it at any level. I'm sending something now, but my fan is like,
yeah, it's
going crazy. It just finished sending something, but this didn't handle it really well. So the other thing to try, I could try the other model. How did I set the model up here? You remember?
You did it in settings.
Here.
Yeah.
Why don't we try another model? Why don't we try the I'll try just the Quen 38B one. Just warm it up. Home model. Quen 38B. And then we'll add some logging here. This is a bummer. 38B. Done. All right. It's responding with some thinking. Okay. Let's see.
Uses the model's native tool calling API.
This feels like it worked, but maybe what I'm sending back isn't. Oh, decode error, decode error, decode error, decode error.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Okay, we definitely need to look at this input and test it in our example. So let's just stop this for a second.
I do see a setting here. I mean, it shouldn't be doing a tool call there yet, so.
No. All right, let's do the following. F %sharp V. This is not what I expected. Oh, actually, what I should do is turn it into JSON. Let's do that first. JSON.Marshall indent D. Data. I don't care about the error for this. And then we can just do a print line. String data. It's a bummer. All right, let's see what's happening here. Let's shut this thing down. This thing just went off the deep end, but that means that we got some bugs. And with this input, we can sort of walk through it and fix it. Okay, let me go back to the browser first. We'll continue to use the same model. So It's loading the model. Fan is going crazy. Okay, so that's what we sent.
Yeah.
Okay. And we just responded. Okay, now let's
Oh
see
boy.
what Klein is sending. Oh, that's still using the wrong model here. Oh, now it says that OpenAI compatible current model. Okay.
That's the right model, right? The Q80.
Yeah. All right, let's try this in. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
But this is stop now.
Buff IO scanner taking too long, broken pipe.
Right.
This is on, this thing just crashed hard, right?
Okay.
Okay. That's interesting.
Token too long.
That's fine.
Huh.
This was, let's do it this way. Let me put it here before the prompt stuff. Maybe the prompt stuff is bad. And what I'll do is display the prompt here. Okay. Man, dude, this is insane. Okay, delete that. I did not expect, I expected a few things, but this was not one of them. All right. I did not expect this. Okay, no matter what I do, I can't put this into JSON. So
What if we just try to get the raw?
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
This is like, is it that big? Font.printf %sharp v d. Now I'm super curious what this thing is. I'm gonna have to get Florin involved. I love that somebody came on today because they're bored and they just want to like troll. Like, dude, just get a life, man. Go do something else, man. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's try it one more time. I'm just super curious what they're sending. Then I got to get Florin involved because he got this working.
Token too long, bro.
I don't understand what's happening here.
Token too long.
I didn't even get to see this code here. Is it dying? No, I get the line. See?
Yeah.
Did I not save this?
We have the right token limits, right?
No, but it's not even that, dude. I'm just doing a printf on a map. See?
I was just giving you.
I'm just doing a printf on a map. I'm not even doing anything else. I don't even see this line. Like, watch. We're not even, like, it's the very first thing I'm trying to do here is print this. I put a D there just to have a, so this is like super confusing, man. Dude, I don't, I have no idea. Like, that's wild to me. Like, what the hell is it sending?
Broken pipe.
No, but that's like broken pipe on a printf. This thing is so big. What if we just do this? messages. All right. Because I don't know what else is in here. Like, this is not how I thought I was spending my day.
It gave you just a D and that's it. What in the world?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's too long for the scanner. Is that basically what's happening right now?
I don't know. I have never seen this. Like, and I told it to use messages, which is just the messages, nothing else, right?
Has a default maximum token size of 64 kilobytes. Buff.io max scan token size. When a single token, when a line using the scanner exceeds this limit, the scanner stops and returns that error that we're seeing.
Okay, so
And to fix this, increase the buffer size or use buff.io.reader. Scanner buffer method.
I know, but I'm just trying to print it.
I think that's what's happening though. It's so large and it's on a single line that it's just overloading the scanner. If
So
it's bigger than 64 KB.
I know what it looks like, right? I mean, it's going to be a slice of this. It's going to be a slice of this. So if I even just do T, it should tell me what that is. It's going to keep breaking, but I can't believe they're sending me something this big. That's like mind-blowing. Here. I got a prompt. So it is a slice of Model D, which is good. I do have a prompt. Look how big the prompt is.
That's cool. That's basically their system prompt, right? For everything.
I know, but the system's being asked to process this prompt, and I can't handle it.
We gotta figure out how to set that.
Look.
Current working directory. Whoa.
And it's just too big. So I have something we can work with now. Since I have this crazy prompt.
Looks like an everything prompt. State manager.
I don't think I have enough memory or context window to even support this. Look how big this is.
That's insane.
This is why you have to cache. Okay, hold on. I have to keep this somewhere for a minute. Dude, this is like amazing. Now, what I'm interested in knowing is this told me that this was a slice of model D, which is what I expected this to be. So what I can do then for, I don't care, D2 range over S. Now, what I know for a fact at that point is I'm going to have a key of role and content. So from dot print line role D2 sub role content. Okay, let's just see what that looks like. I mean, that shouldn't blow up. But look, it's just so big that I may need different settings. And the model I'm using right now,
It has the 130K.
Stop this again. Why did this all go red? Oh, idiot. Okay. And the model I'm using now, I don't think supports context window sizes like that. The only one I have
Is the coder.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to have much of a choice but to use this one anyway. Which is probably why we got as far as we did with that one. But all right. So let's do this again. I want to see what those values are. Then I can write an example program that attempts to do this, I think. Though maybe this blows up too. I don't know.
I just don't know why I can't find this. The compact prompt setting. It's in the
Okay.
docs and everything.
So here's the system prompt. Yeah.
That's all just system.
That's the system prompt that produced the final prompt. So, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. So this is good, right? Like,
And the system prompt is like all about the repo.
yeah. So let me do this
Cool.
now. I don't need to print this out. Stop. Let me get rid of this. Let me just keep this. And let me essentially here, D1. I need to find the other D1. Okay. Damn, dude. This is insane. I got to talk to Florin because
He had this working, right?
he does have it working with that model that we're using now. But I can't find the other D1. Okay. Excuse me. There it is right there. There it is. So if I come back here for a minute, this right here seems to be, though I don't know why we have a closing. This is it right there. I guess this was part of it for some reason. Oh no, that was another field. Okay. We go back up. There's the content. So I somehow have this as a prompt. I don't know where these brackets are coming in from, being honest with you. This is weird to me because you would think you'd find a, oh, there it is. Text with the bracket. Ah, there's the text with the bracket. Okay. Oh, there's a couple of, okay. Type text, map, text. Gotta understand this. Here's another role user content map. Oh, there's another document in there. Shoot, let's do this. So there's role system. That's your system prompt at 990. Then we've got this role user. And inside the content, there is another field called text. See that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not just a string like we see up there, like I'm expecting. Here's the task I asked it. Here's my hello model. Task, type, text. Then this is a slice, right? So here's a task. Then here's a new map. It's the last one. And that's why we saw I come back. That's why I see type text there.
So apparently they don't support the compact prompt. There's an issue up for it already. They don't
I don't know
support
how
compact prompt.
I don't know how Florin had this working at all, because then look what comes in. I get another map of task, and then another map. another text, which is all just text. And this is a lot to try to process. See, there's the end of it, of this map here. That's the beginning of that. So, I don't know, dude. I feel like I have to take this the way it is, build this as well, send it through an example program, and figure out what settings I need for this. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah, that's just the first message.
That's just the beginning. And that's why this has to be sort of cached from a Llama CPP perspective. I don't know how Florence said he got this working. It's mind blowing. But look at this. So when we send that prompt in to the system, I just don't think we have enough memory or something to sort of process it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to ask Florin. All right, so I don't need this anymore. I know what's happening there. The batch system is just not able to handle it. And I don't know if he played with
Those settings.
I don't know if he played with these settings. I wouldn't even know where to sort of begin playing with those. So this is a bummer. But I have it working.
Yeah,
It wasn't that hard to point it there.
It's pointing it.
And have it do some stuff. But I'm super interested in knowing what Florin did in terms of settings to handle that. Dude,
Yeah.
because that's like,
That's a lot.
that's a lot. That is a lot.
That's pretty cool.
Now, the funny thing is, and this is another thing I'm worried about, is I don't return these raw prompts. Like I pre-parse the tool calling stuff in Kronk to make it easier for you. So essentially, this is the other thing I've been worried about. You see tool call arguments?
Yeah.
It's a map. Like here's the tool call response, right? But this is supposed to be an OpenAI compatible where, it's supposed to be OpenAI compatible. So when I see things like this, it gets interesting to me.
See, now there's a setting here that says enable native tool call, which says it uses the model's native tool calling API instead of XML based tool parsing.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to set that off. We were supposed to be OpenAI compatible. So this is another reason I want to run this. Yeah, so I might have to turn that off, right? But I don't know enough yet. All I know is I got to get past this. So I need Florence's help here. So maybe not the most productive show. We wasted a bunch of time trying to get a model that I'll never get working right now, But I'll keep, I shouldn't even keep this in the list, but I'm going to continue to play with that a little bit. and see what happens there. And then I think we did improve some of the parsing though, because I'm seeing some more consistency coming out of
Yeah, it didn't
the
fail.
other models. So I'm sort of happy about that. But this has just like ruined my day here because I have to ask Florin how he dealt with this situation here. That's ridiculous. Like this is just, it's just ridiculous.
And that setting, like if we change the provider on there to like Olama, it'll show you it right there above the strict plan mode, the compact prompt, which says works for 8,000 context window or something. I see.
Oh,
Yeah. It just doesn't support it for the OpenAI compatible.
I wonder what AI API they're using for Olama. Like if I switch to Olama, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're using the OpenAI compatible. Let's try something here. They might be using messages though. I don't know what any of this shit is. Localhost 8080/v1. And let's say we use the same model, right? But I don't know if it's going to use the same, like there is a messages API for the Anthropic stuff. I have this one. Like who knows what model, what API they're going to use here. Okay, Olama compact. Hello model. See, it's using API chat. I don't have API chat, right? So that sucks. But I swear that this is the one that we used.
Max output.
Right? Less capable, but even the model server. So I'm going to have to talk to Florin, ask him how he got that working with Kronk. If I swear he said he did. So I don't know.
Let me see.
But it's 1 o'clock, so not a great show, but we learned a lot today, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get this to sort of work in some form or another on my little local machine. But I just think right now we just have a nightmare here in terms of handling this. We're not doing RAG right now. We're building our own APIs that work with Llama CPP directly. We've been playing with building our own model server. That's very similar to what like Olama can do, except apparently Olama can work with Klein thanks to compact system prompts, and
Yeah.
we can't. So we'll have to play with that. But all right, bummed out, bummed out, dude. But it is what it is. So we will be back here on Thursday, and hopefully I'll have this working by Thursday, and I'll talk to Florin a little bit more about how this is supposed to work. What also bothers me.
What wizardry did Florin do?
I mean, the other thing that bothers me when I come back to this real quick, is under content, We now have another document here,
Mm.
checks. And yeah, maybe that's being processed by the prompt. I don't know. I'd have to look at that too. But all right, bummed out. Thought we were gonna have a better day, but you got to have
Yeah.
these days, right? Every day can't be
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have
perfect.
some kind of
You know,
hiccup.
we're trying to build here is really complex. So
Working on the edge.
we've only been working on it for 2 months, so I think we've been having these wins. That now we've had our first major loss here. So, all right, everybody, sorry about that, but yeah, we'll be back Thursday, and hopefully I got this working even better.